Hi there and welcome to another Parker Adams boat sales video walkthrough. My name's Andrew Adams and I'm down in Swanwick Marina today, and behind me I have a Sealine F380. Now this is a 2016 boat and it is presented in absolutely beautiful condition. Sealine themselves, when they sold this boat just a year or so ago, said that this boat was one of the I can't get my words out today. They said this boat was one of the most highly specified Sealine F380s ever to leave the factory. It has an absolute wealth of options and I'm really excited to be brokering this boat on behalf of the owner and to be doing a video walkthrough tour on it today. Please do remember to like and subscribe to our channel. We love bringing you these walkthrough tours and hope it gives you a really nice insight into the boats that we're selling. So let's crack on with the video. So what I'm going to do is start off by walking you down the sides of this F380. You can see straight away there is a really nice sized bathing platform. I've talked about this before, the ease of access on when a bathing platform extends all the way to the side. There's not an enormous pad here to put your foot, but it does make getting on and off pretty easy. Of course, you have another trick with this boat as well. We've shown you this little party trick on other boats that we've been selling before, but this boat is actually fitted with both bow and stern thrusters. So it means when it comes to mooring up, it makes it a breeze, and when the boat is also in a marina, you can just press that button and in comes the stern. It's a fantastic little feature and well worth having this remote control, which makes both mooring up and just getting on and off access very, very easy. So if we carry on walking down the side, when you look on board this boat in a minute, there are three words that really come to mind. It's comfort, practicality and space, and I have to say this Sealine has all of these features in absolute abundance. I can't believe how much storage space is on this boat. Literally every single time I open a little cupboard, there's an extra little drawer inside. Every time you look at perhaps what would be a dead space on another boat, there's a cupboard space there. There's lockers side, front, underneath the floors, absolutely everywhere. And that's something which Sealines have been really synonymous with for years and years. I remember donkeys years ago, my family was looking at purchasing a Sealine 328, so it just shows you how long ago that was. The 328 at the time, when comparing it to comparable Fairlines and Princesses, just blew the others apart in terms of space, and I think I would comfortably say that there isn't another 38-foot Flybridge boat that has the same levels of space and practicality that this boat does. So let's stop me rabbiting on and step on board the boat. The first thing to note is that the whole of this rear area here is set to a synthetic teak. It looks really, really nice. It's very easy to keep clean, and you've got really nice big high backs here on the seats. The seat is a nice upholstery. It's not a Silvertex material, but it's a very, very durable, nice warm material there, and it's all presented in very, very nice condition. You might notice there's a bit of water spillage here, in case you wonder what that dark area is. That will all dry out. It's just there was a little bit of water on the side decks, and I gave the boat a quick wash down before I did this tour. In hindsight, I should have waited, but all that will dry out. So let's start off with the side access. You can see synthetic teak steps all the way along here, which give absolutely excellent access to the side steps. There's lots and lots of little features on this boat that I think are really nicely thought out. So the synthetic teak continues all the way up here. You've got a drain hole here, so the water, unless there's a large volume of water, which you can see I've had on the boat, it will just go into this drain, and then you just lift up this pop up here and you've got your diesel fuel filler there and your waste tank there. Whilst we're here, let's carry on walking down the side decks. Very good access to the side. You've got good handholds, LED navigation lights on the side here. Good use of cleats in multiple places on this boat. There's another thing that I noticed is that you've got a cleat right at the stern, just under the cover there. You've got a cleat here for a spring. And then as we walk through good sized side decks, you've got a window here that opens out into the helm position. And then you've also got another cleat here and another cleat at the bow. So really, really well thought out, good use of cleating space there. Oh, and there's even another cleat in the front. I hadn't even noticed that one before. Another cleat there, and the anchor is stored away really nicely down there. Whilst talking about the practicality and the space that's on this boat and the light that comes in, you can see this brilliant skylight design here into the master cabin, and I'll obviously show you that from inside shortly. You've got a good handhold here, so all the way around here, if people were sitting up here, again you've got excellent handhold, so all the way around, and then access just inside this locker here. I'll just lift that up. You've got stainless steel design system there to keep the anchor nice and secure, and then there's a remote control access for the anchor, so the anchor can be controlled both here and also at the Flybridge. I'll just pop that back down again. So let's walk back around and I'll start showing you off inside. Really good chunky windscreen wipers here. You've got double arm windscreen wipers that will keep that all really nice. You can see good wide side decks here. The covers are also nicely thought out. Something that I noticed when taking the covers off is just this addition of this little strip here. Quite often on Flybridge covers it's hard to get a good seal here and you end up with wind blowing down the side, but Sealine have thought about that and popped this additional strip in, which is a really nice design. Quite often on Flybridge boats this cockpit area is devoid of any sound. You're ending up reliant on the sound that comes from inside, but not so on this Sealine. On the Sealine here you have these fusion speakers which are out in this cockpit space as well. So I was talking about lockers and space. Under the stairs here, Sealine really do not miss a trick to put every single use of every single space. You can see a good locker here. This boat is in regular use, and you can see the storage space goes right the way back there, all the way to the side. So really generous size in there. The transom door, you've got a big door here that just pulls across there. It's got a good chunky gas strut, and that just closes that off to keep this area really nice and safe for children. Pull that back together there, and then you've got obviously the obligatory manual bilge pump in there, so should the electrics fail you've got a bilge pump option there as a manual. So really nice space here, lots of space here for your friends and family to sit down when you're going along, and the covers on this boat really are excellent, very tight, well thought out. The cleats have got additional little space here where the cover design has got some cutouts there for the cleats, so it's all very nicely thought out. First of all, I'm going to go upstairs onto the Flybridge. Going up onto the Flybridge, you've got these little LED courtesy lights all the way up here. And once you get on here, again, you can see a really good seating area at the top here. That mark there is not a permanent mark. That's just where there's a chopping board that's used just to protect the cushion when the cover is on, so that mark will come out there. Cup holders built into the backs of the seats. This particular boat has also got satellite television. You can see a dome here, radar fitted at the top there. This table has got a cover on it. This cover can be easily taken off, and if you take that cover off you can see a beautiful condition wooden table there. It's in stunning condition, and that's because it's covered. Here you've got a nice lounging area, so sunbathing pad all the way along here, and then a double helm seat. The helm position here is really nice and central to the boat, so if you look down there you can see everything right in the middle. Now the cover I've just partially taken off, partly because I was being a little bit lazy, and partly because, as you can see, there's some fairly ominous clouds around here in Swanwick today, so I thought I'll just leave the cover easy to deploy back to protect everything. All of your instrumentation here, you've got a very nice Raymarine hybrid touch system. It operates very quickly. You've got Raymarine repeaters, you've got auto helm on this, you've got additional fusion controls for the radio, and this has got the Volvo Penta EDC controls here with diagnostic displays. Now this particular boat is fitted with Volvo Penta D4 300 horsepower engines fitted to stern drives. They've been beautifully maintained since this boat was new. And if we work along the dash here, you'll also see the controls, manual controls here for the stern thruster and the bow thruster, as I mentioned earlier, and then the really nice Volvo Penta latest design control system. So everything's really nice here. I have to say, you feel quite low down when you're sitting here. Something that I find on a Flybridge is you can find that you're quite exposed, but actually on this particular Flybridge I'm really nice and low. You've got these good guardrails all the way around, lots of glass there, but I feel like I'm quite protected. I haven't been out on this boat yet. We're hoping to go out later in the week to do some drone footage on her, but my expectation is that you don't get buffeted a lot by wind here because it's nicely protected. I spoke earlier about Sealine's good use of storage space. On a lot of Flybridge boats you find there isn't any place to put the instrument covers, and they end up just going around or stuffing them under seats. Sealine have got this extra little cubby hole in here. You can see in there, that's where I put the covers for the instrumentation. This seat design is excellent. The seat design just moves forward, which creates a really nice space here, so you can close this in, and I think you'd comfortably get 10 maybe even 12 people around there for a party in the summer. So an excellent design here with a dual aspect helm seat and passenger seat. So I think that's pretty much everything I can show you on the Flybridge. Also got Fusion speakers, I just mentioned those quickly, and then obviously, as you'd expect, the storage lockers under all of the seating. So let's go down below. Let's get on with the main event downstairs. So as we walk through into this boat, just taking my shoes off here, this boat is fitted again with another optional extra, which is the high gloss woodwork. The woodwork on this boat is presented beautifully. I can't see any knocks, scratches, anything at all, and this high gloss effect gives a really high quality finish to the boat. The impression when you first walk in here is that it's very, very light, lots and lots of windows, nice quality blinds here, so you can black those windows out on each side. Storage wise, if I turn around here, you've also got the television, and if I start at this side and work my way forward, you just, as I went up there, you can see the LED lights all the way in the ceiling there. So just inside the first locker as we come onto the boat, you've got a cockpit fridge, so a nice fridge access there, keep your beers when you're up here in the cockpit area. Lots of storage space here, and then you've got your satellite television link just nestled under there. All of your control panels are located here. This boat is also fitted with a generator, so you can see a Fisher Panda control for a generator just here. Then all of your controls are nicely located here. Just a little attention to detail, I'm quite impressed with Sealine on this. If you pop this button here and open this up, you can get access to all the back of the wiring. Now obviously we hope you don't need to get access to the back of the wiring there, but it's good that Sealine have got an option there to access it. Just close that up again. Air dispatcher controls here for blown air heating. That's a 7-day timer control on that, and it's quite nice to see the owner. The owner keeps a dehumidifier on here, and you can see him with a hygrometer here just measuring how warm how moist the air is. When I came on board the boat, that was down to about 55%, completely normal. That was down to about 55%, completely normal, because the dehumidifier had been running. In here you've got a large Fusion head unit. You've also got an iPad dock at the top here, and then you've got multiple controls for the Fusion, both on the Flybridge and also at the helm position. This is a really natty little design. When you walk on, I looked at this and I thought, that's not very good use of space there, is it? It's a tiny little seat, but actually what this does is it pulls out, and when it pulls out, you've got a very large sofa now. So you've got a nice sofa there, but the reason that it pushes in is because when it's in the pushed in position, which is just in there, it allows you access to a storage locker that's just underneath. Now because this boat is fitted with stern drives, the engines are located under the area here, which would normally perhaps have a lazarette area, but where the engines might be if this boat was powered by shafts is under here, so what you get is a huge amount more storage. There is storage everywhere on this boat. That's a really good size locker. It's propped up there with the the springs, and then to pop it down you just break the spring and just unlock it like that, and that then drops down again. This table is a really nice design. It's easy to get through. You've got lots and lots of space to get through, but if you wanted to open it up to add an element for a larger dining, you can open that up there, and you've got a really nice big table. And of course that chair there would come all the way across, so again you'd get probably 8-9 people around a meal if you wanted to. More storage space. If you lift up here, you've got a nice deep locker. There's a gas strut on that, which is a nice quality feature, and then more storage space all the way along here. So let's move forward to the helm position. The helm position is nicely located Up here you've got a really good window access, a really large window there, so you can talk to the person when manoeuvring the boat, and everything that you need is all close to hand. It's a complete replica up on the Flybridge, so I won't go through every one of the features, but it's a nicely laid out helm position, and you can see visibility is excellent here. We haven't been out on this boat yet, but I would imagine this boat will sit pretty flat when going along, and you'll have good driving visibility here, but I'll report back on that in the future. A couple of technical stats for you. This boat is fitted with about 850 litre fuel tank. It's a good size fuel tank, 300 litre freshwater tank, and these engines with the D4 300s will push this along at up to about 31-32 knots, which gives a nice cruising speed of about 26 to 28 knots. More storage space just under here. If we just pull that out, actually no, there's a clip there. They have a nice big deep locker. That's where I've stored the rubber covers. There's lots of bits and bobs in there for navigation. Close that up. Good size locker space, and then there's more storage under all of these, including a pull-out bed. So if you move that across, that area there converts into another double area, so you can comfortably sit 6 people in proper beds. So sleep 6 people in proper beds on this boat. So let's move down into the galley area. 2 steps down into the galley, and you've got some really nice features here. You've got a really big size double fridge and freezer. You've got a microwave oven just in here. If you lift this up here, you've got a 2-burner gas hob, so you've got both the options of having the gas and also having the microwave oven here. If we open this up, bags and bags of storage space. You can see the lockers go right the way back there, 3 big drawers. This area here just gets access to the plumbing and the electrics under there, or the plumbing works, sorry, and then a drawer that pulls out where you've got your cutlery drawer here and a little tea bags holders. More cupboard space in here, so again loads of storage. These are very clever, these design here. If you pull up on here, they slide forward and push out the way. Just little touches on Sealines, they seem to have really thought these boats through very, very well, and that's on a really nice runner there, and then clips back into position. You've got a gas detector here in the galley. There's a power socket here, so if you wanted to have a toaster or a kettle up on there, you've got plenty of access, and you've got a porthole there as well. Actually, when I should have mentioned, I'll turn around now, all of the lighting on this boat, it's obviously all LED, but it's also controlled by these touch panels, and these are really nice. So if you want to turn off all the lighting, you just press that, and all the lighting in the ceiling has now gone off. If you want to turn it all back on again, just press that, or you've got the individual systems that you can turn on or off as you wish. It's a really nice touch panel control and makes it feel very, very modern. So let's start exploring what's behind this door. Big door, and this is your master toilet. So you can see here again, very nice quality, lots and lots of space, nice modern design here with the sink sat up on top of the countertop. You've got mirrors all the way around. I'm afraid you're going to end up seeing me and the GoPro and the microphone set up on there. Electric toilets throughout, and this is also a shower room. What's really nice, again, lots of light coming in. You've got this great big light pouring in through here, so there's no artificial light in this room at all. It's all natural at the moment, and it's very bright and airy in there. I'll close that off here and I'll show you the guest cabin. Just close that door there. We're in winter mode at the moment, so I mentioned there's dehumidifiers running. There's also a little radiator down here. So this cabin is set up at the moment as a double, but you can take that infill cushion out there and have that as 2 singles for children, which is a nice design. You've got lovely big light windows running the whole way down there, and then blinds to cover those, as well as having reading lights at each side. So it's a good sized cupboard. Down at the end there, you've got more storage space. In fact, let's go down and have a little look at it. So under here you've got lit storage space. It's just lovely, lovely details being lit in there. So at night, if you want to get access to your books or anything, it's all a lit cupboard. And if we come out here and open this cupboard up, again, this cupboard is lit as well. You've got lighting all the way down here and good hanging space. And there's another drawer just down at the bottom. So we come back out of there. There's a Eberspacher heating vent just down there on the floor as well, which is nice. Then you've got this hallway area. There was a chart located up here earlier, just on this top bit here, and when I took that chart off, all of a sudden all the light suddenly poured into this area here, because again there's another skylight. So Sealine really have used the space brilliantly on this boat, and the light brilliantly on this boat. Lots of natural light which illuminates areas brilliantly well. Another control here to control your lighting into your master cabin. Another big radiator here to keep things toasty. All this gloss wood looking beautiful on this boat. The condition really is, it's pretty much as new, this boat. It really does come across superbly well. You've got LED lighting at the top, which adds that air of quality. You've got wooden blinds on both sides, reading lights, again touchscreen controls at the end, and another completely separate fusion unit here to have a new totally separate sound system in this front cabin as well. If I open this locker space up here, again it's all pre-lit, nice hanging space in here, storage absolutely everywhere. And just to point up here, there is also a television on the wall here, and then speakers up here. You've got Fusion internal speakers. But really the great feature of this particular cabin is this light area coming in here. You can see when you're laying down on the bed here, you look straight up into the sky. You can open this porthole up here, you can open this hatch up here to let air in, but you've got this fixed skylight here which just lets light stream in. If you want to just give it a little bit more subtle lighting, you can pull that across. It goes all the way across there. That is a mosquito net. Or if you want to go completely black out, you pull it the other way, and we've now just completely blacked out that for sleeping in the evening. So it's a very, very versatile design here on this Sealine, and I just love the fact you've got all this natural light streaming into this cabin. Carpet in the there's hard flooring throughout the boat, but then you've got carpet which is throughout the cabins, which gives that nice quality feel. So let's step into here. You've got a owner's ensuite cabin. Again, nice modern sink there set on the top of the counter, an Eberspacher outlet. I bang on about those, but so important to have those in toilets, so in the winter the heads stay nice and warm. And then in here you have a full-size shower cubicle, again with a massive skylight above it. So this is only natural light in this room, but you've got great quality controls here for the shower, and a really, really big shower in there. Plenty of space for 2 people. So let's look here. More storage space in here. You can open this up here, and then you've got a very natty little design here where you've got little shelves that you can put your ablutions, and then LED lighting that fits into all of these areas here, and again more space under here, and your controls for the Jabsco electric toilet. Let's come back through here. So just to go through this boat again very, very quickly, this is the master cabin. Great island bed, and of course, as you'd imagine, there's a brilliant massive drawer under there for storing clothes. You've then got this lovely hall area with lighting all the way through here. You walk out into this area here, you've got the galley, large fridge, microwave, guest cabin just inside there, helm station. As we walk through, lots and lots of space, lots and lots of light, back through into this area here. So I think that concludes the internal walkthrough, and then all that's left to show you through now is into the engine space. So what I'll do is just lift up these little hatch clips here, and then just lift up this area here. This area is enormous, and look, that's not even the engines. So this space is all set. You've got a really good system here where you've got a sort of a mesh design on top of the bilges, so that allows you to see any water that would be in the bilges. You've got your Fisher Panda 4 kilowatt generator nestled in there. All of your battery isolators are just here. Your fuel separator pumps, your banks of batteries are either side of the engine, all secured here with these webbing straps. And then here you can see these Volvo Penta D4 300 engines mounted to stern drives. All your engine access to do routine maintenance is very, very easy. You've got access to your water strainers here. You've got oil dipsticks here to check your levels. They're all presented in beautiful condition, as you'd imagine on a boat which is, this boat is only 5 years old, but there's no corrosion visible. These really are sparkling. These engines look absolutely brand new. Very, very well maintained and looked after. Your battery charging systems are just down on this side here, and there's just a little point to note. You can see that the owner keeps a little radiator in this room as well, which just makes sure that during the winter there's no condensation or any moisture that gets into this engine bay. You've got stainless steel steps coming up here. Let's come back up and then just close down the hatch. So that pretty much concludes the tour for this Sealine F380. It is a brilliant boat. It's a very, very versatile, lots and lots of fantastic uses of space. They only made about 35 of these boats, so they are quite rare. They're very, very sought after boats. I'm not expecting this boat to be on the market for very long. Lots of clever Sealine designs, obviously powered with the D4 300s, gives excellent performance but also good fuel economy. So overall, I love this boat. I'm really looking forward to showing potential buyers this boat. Please do like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We love bringing these videos, and we look forward to seeing you on the next one. Thanks so much for watching. All the best.